Hey, I wrote a story on, took some pictures of a footprint and a feet print in the snow back on Thursday. Today's what, Saturday? March 5th, 2022. So, good night, ladies. So I took these pictures, two pictures of footprints in the snow, and I wrote. It took me a long time to write what I wrote. So Friday I rewrote what I wrote on those pictures. That means I had a charged tablet and write word for word what I written on those pictures. But there are some places that I need to make it better. So I'm going to write those two pictures turned into 5 pages of story. And where a story starts, that's up to you. I'm just giving you a bit of the background. So today, and the caption's a story and why. Business proof, who I am, what's possible, and the list goes on. What would you do? As a human being, priorities are a must. But fun, play, and to leave something personal, something created to remind those who care who you are and that they matter. And we do it every way possible. Now, since I have 50 years of experience and it's second nature for me, apply past experiences with present moments, you need to know. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. That said, I wrote captioning pictures taken earlier that day, seeing footprints in the snow. I've never seen footprints like this before, and thoughts raced. Memories of Cheech and Chong first, and as I wrote, needing a name for a species, tribe, or Metallica came to mind. And at the appropriate time, you're playing the audio, video, pausing a story, this video, and living, envisioning the moment as if you were there. And yes, I was actually going to take this to where those footprints were, show you I know I took pictures, but I was going to record everything that I've written that I'm reading now, like we're actually on the scene, because we would have been on a scene, and that was happening in real time. But I'd have to wait for dusk, and I'd have to wait for it to not be overcast, so there'd be a red in the sky, and I'd actually need a woman who I'm doing these stories with. It'd be better if it was a romantic relationship. Anyway, so that she could read the female parts and I could read the male parts, and we would share the narration, because there are actually 2 narrators in this story. Now, with that said, I'm going to continue, but I gotta put a glove on because my hand is cold. It's not the coldest night of the year, but it's cold. Okay, so envisioning a moment as if you were there. Player 1, are you ready? Narrator, out hunting, man comes upon prints. Narrator number 2, now to fully enjoy the story, and yes, maybe the first narrator be the woman, or the second one would be a woman. See, that's where having a relationship and sharing the story, a mom and a dad reading this exact same story, it gives them both the everything that they would teach their kids, to share the story, to include the kids, all this stuff, because that's part of teaching kids about sharing interests, behavior, all these things that not everybody learns. I didn't learn this stuff till just recently, so how would they know? Oh, they have parents that were taught this stuff. Yeah. Anyway, now to fully enjoy the story, and there's a second part, you must play the audio video from the said artist. If you're not familiar with the material, ask a friend, family, or Google and gander. My little gaffer. Laughter. I don't get it, Grandpa. 11 p.m. Oh yeah, and I started writing this at like 10:36 p.m. Page 2. 11:36 p.m. Friday, March 4, 2022. Yeah, Grandpa. And this is the second child, or grandchild. And the grandkids are like, one's a boy, one's a girl. Anyway, yeah, Grandpa. What do you mean? Life's not perfect. What do you? Another. And then all of a sudden, another person, personal rights are taking back control. And every day chance to make and build a life, a body, health, wealth, and you know, where sharing is your pleasure, and others too. And if you're questioning why ain't I writing the names of who is talking, because I'm in a rush, I want to go to bed, I want to get this done, and I was like, you know what, I'll just write it all in later. So I'm not going to change my voice, not according to the sexes, not according to characters. I hate that. That was the whole idea of doing this stuff with somebody else or a group of other people who would like to share in doing this really cool stuff. But because we live in a world where anybody can do this, guess what? That's right. You want to do this, go ahead and do this. I'm just doing this because I like it. So, kids, look at the pictures. And Grandpa continues. Traffic to and fro. I smell the call. Emojified. The call in question. Confidence. Brimming. Yeah, I got that from Valkyrie's Energies. Do you remember that 4-player game with Valkyrie, the barbarian, the elephant? Oh. Anyway, okay. Aye, matey. Legend has it, the call of Klaatu. Klata? Looking. Anyway, a magical, mystical creature, fabled by trappers and hunters alike. Not one has shared anything more than the stories told, swearing, folklore, wives' tales, urbanite fiction, loose lips, rom-com fantasy. Each version changed to mimic the wants and needs of both speakeasy and listener alike. Like Fast Freddy and Magical Mike, laying tracks, bomb beats, and Superfly bass solos? Huh? Hey, what? Yeah, I think so. But I think, unlike the stories, these were true, proven time and again, at home, on the street, and mostly recorded in hi-fi. Right, guy? Woo! Kid's voice trailing off. Midnight. Snack, break. I know. So cliche. No, I'm not looking it up. Tough it out, Mini Scout. Page 3, 12:05 a.m. Saturday, March 5th, 2022. Good God, is that the fabled, magical, mystical enchantment of Pantithura? Yes, I made that up. You gotta make this stuff up. What, am I supposed to call it Rudolph? Or some other godforsaken name? I would get hit with libel. I stole the copyright. So if I just make up these fictitious names that even I haven't heard of before, then all of a sudden it gets better. I don't get sued. How about you? What do you do? Me too. Okay, so, do the Bartman. Nobody saw me do that. Didn't happen. Everybody says not a word. Okay, on. Can you hear it? Called plateau. Ah, word. Okay, looking for more tracks. Our tracker, Phoebe once knew. What? I made that up again? Phoebe once knew. Phoebe, F-E-B-E, once knew. Sets his sights on a nearby bush and mounts campaign. By the hair of my chimes, bells ring true, and there she'll be, I bet, eyes shifting to and fro. Time's a ticking, years in the field, teaching the would-be hunter habit and habitats of game and prey and the call of the wild, hidden from out of nowhere. Footfalls at first, then suddenly voices beckoning his attention. Now, this is where you play Cheech and Chong's audio or video of "Good thing we didn't step in it," and listen till the end, continuing here at the word remembering after their skit had fully played. Alright, now I don't have Cheech and Chong's permission to include the audio with this story, but because I heard it and I still remember it and it's still a funny story, I was going to contact both Cheech and Chong for permission to use the audio video, as well as Metallica's Call of Plateau, anyway, for these audio bits or bytes or tracks, right? But until I get permission, you will have to look it up and play them and then continue the story as you see fit, if you even want to, because chances are, maybe, like me, you're out in the cold and you're just not interested in it, right? Well, 13 minutes in, I'm on page 3, so 1, 2, 3, and yes. Okay, let's say that whole thing went through. You loved or you didn't like the Cheech Chong skit. So we'll continue on, figuring that you did, because this is what Phoebe once knew, heard, hidden in the bush. Remembering why he's incognito, hidden in the brush, and trying really hard not to laugh, the wind gives hint. Play Metallica's Call of Plateau. Continue reading as it plays, because if memory serves me correct, it's an instrumental. I could be wrong. Is that her? Is she alone? I don't see a mate. Offspring. Herd. The imprint left, signifying species, tells not heads nor tails, but only an invitation to imagine. What color are her eyes? Is there a way to enthuse and amuse her? What could I do to give way, per se? Should I entice and intrigue her very nature? Primal instincts? Bare necessities? Food? Oh, hell! It won't work. Can't tempt satiety unless she wants or needs. And even then, maybe she's covered at home. I will never win. Stroking his, what was it? A goatee, a soul patch, a beard, a manicured and specific, intensive, sculpted work of art, maybe also known as facial hair. Then a new thought strikes like lightning. Yes, the cold is breaking my... You don't even want to know what that word is. Or maybe you can identify it just by the feeling. Can you go by the feeling? Oh, here we are. Sorry about this. As you can see, my gloves do not work so good. Okay, let's try it this way. Oh, hell. I'm just going to stand up. Alright, so, let's see. Then a new thought strikes. Like lightning. Like an empathy. I'm sorry. Like an epiphany. Like a Tasami. A giant wave flooding his mind and capturing his full attention. And what if she is hungry? Oh, hangry? Woo! Or so happy to find me. And how am I ever going to leverage me in any or every scenario? Once again. Oh, hell. A catch-22. And I don't know what to do. Both people and animals sense danger. Some have dulled senses. And in compensation, our senses become supercharged. And again, I don't know. And lost in the dark. The kids start to fidget. Eyes and minds wandering. Can I create her primal urge? What was it my survival instructor said? Taunt me. Taunt me? Smile but show no teeth. Fear being eaten. She'll bolt. Be kind, but not her kind. Boredom is the reaper harvester, killing everything and everyone. Be funny, quick-witted, slapstick and confident. Be right, said Fred. Too sexy for the catwalk. Oh, the catwalk. And remember, nothing looks good on me. Except you. The sound of her humming. Stories of maidens. Musical charms. Entrancing sailors and seamen alike. Only to shipwreck and wash ashore. The grandkids, sorry. Asor? What? Wash Asor. I don't get it. Oh my God! Where you kids get this stuff from? What are they teaching you at school? Okay, I didn't write all that stuff. I'm just making it up so I can turn the page. Asor. Ashore. Okay, we good. We good? Moving on. And in the setting sun, dust casting a ruse embracing her aura and radiating her soul. By God, I love this world. And who wouldn't? His mind empties. Fears, plans, past and future. Nothing is real except this moment. His feelings and all his past to practice, obscure and obsolete. Be her reflection, for she is mine. Which way books? Choose your own adventure. The more we know, the more choices we have to make and create all we want, need, and can share, even when we have nothing at all but the ability to communicate. And in communicate, the K to future tense is you. And in you, all you do and the reasons why is the speakeasy someone seeks. You rake my eye! Fuck off and die, is the clue. Don't be disturbed. Walk on, bid adieu, no fool, and leave. One day you'll breathe your last breath, and so glad for a life with those who cared and loved you. So being in a rush to find someone who feels the same and so little to fear or compromise, your reflection is the equation. J.R. Utley. Decisive decisions are the interest in action. Relationships literally built by two to suit. Thank you.